Okay, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining me in tonight's class. This will be our last class for the month of July. So we're entering a new month starting tomorrow, and after that month, it's Christmas time already. Okay, time flies so fast, but here we are. The next 60 minutes will be devoted on you moving yourselves on the mat, but your class tonight is basically a beginner's flow. So feel free to make some adjustments along the way if this is your first time attending a yoga class, or maybe you're just returning on the mat once again. So make sure to modify. Sometimes less is more in terms of the practice, and that would include you bringing your knees down, taking your child's pose if you need to, or maybe taking some modifications and not pushing yourselves too much, just so because you want to make sure that you are doing the full expression of the pose or the shapes. That's not what yoga is all about. Okay, so um, think less, feel more as far as your practice is concerned tonight. Especially this is our last class. If you want to take it easy, please take it easy. All right. So let's begin in your Sukhasana. Easy seated pose. Bring your right leg in front of your left. Try to flush the bums out if you need to so that you feel much more even there. Alright? Place your hands wherever they feel comfortable enough for you. In my case, I'm bringing my hands over my knees. It's like cupping. Try to soften your elbows. Maybe move the shoulders forward and back until you feel fully settled there. And maybe at this point, you might want to close your eyes. Find some time to check in with your feelings at this point. How does your body feel? Where are you right now in your mental space? How about your heart space as well? Know that this is a safe space. No judgments whatsoever, including from your own selves. So you want to have this space for yourself. You want to make sure that you feel good after the class or even during the class, even when the pose has become too overwhelming. So slowly arrive there, maybe beginning to become familiar with your Ujjayi breath. That is something that you practice. Ujjayi is when you inhale through the nose, you exhale through the nose as well. So there's a sound being emitted from the back of your throat every time you exhale. It tries to mimic the sounds of the ocean waves, allowing yourselves to feel much calmer than before, and at the same time creating heat inside the body. So slowly familiarize yourselves with that breath if you can. Otherwise, you can just breathe in and out as organically as you can. As long as you breathe in and out, you'll be fine. Last 3 breaths here, please. Finding space. Notice that your belly expands as you breathe in. Then as you breathe out, it deflates. Inhale. Feel the length of the body. And as you exhale, feel it soften down. One more. Continue breathing there. Bring your hands to your heart space, bowing down, maybe setting an intention for your practice tonight. Take a deep breath in once again. Exhale, relax. Open your eyes, please. Let's begin. Stretch your arms over your head. Okay, you can move your body side to side. Try to feel your bodies at this point. Maybe interlace the fingers, palms press away. So you can feel that stretch happening there. Make sure that you breathe in and out. Come back to the center, inhale again. Now as you exhale, twist, silly twist. I'm doing the mirror side here. Left hand, right knee. Right hand lands behind. Soften the left elbow and the shoulder. Breathe in, find the length. As you breathe out, twist from the waist up. Just a gentle silly twist here first. Come back to the center, interlace once again. Stretch your arms away from the center. Keep your gaze up to the sky or the ceiling. And as you exhale, twist away, left side, right hand, left knee. Left hand lands behind. Push, twist. Come back to the center, please. Reset. Switch legs. Bring now your left in front of your right. And again, even it out. Arms lift. Fully stretch your arms at this point. Palms facing each other. As you exhale, release your right hand down. Left arm reaches high. As you exhale, maybe walk the right hand farther out to the side. Side bend. So you're not leaning onto one side. Your hips remain pressed down to your mats. You open the chest. It's a lateral stretch, everybody. Maybe gaze up to the ceiling or just bring your gaze down, okay? So notice if you're hiking, the bottom shoulder, relax it please. Come back to the midline, stretch your right arm as well. Have that lift as you breathe out, other side. Take a deep breath in once again. And as you breathe out, go for that side bend. So you're C-shaping the spine from the hips all the way up to your fingers. And release everything back to the center. Now as you exhale, hinge from the hips, forward fold. Take a deep breath in once again. Chest lifts one more time. As you breathe out, fold. One more. Lift as you breathe in. As you breathe out, totally surrender yourselves down there. Make sure that the back of your body feels long and supported there. Inhale. Walk your hands back, please. Interlace the fingers once again and just move your hands around the wrist area. Finding ways to mobilize the fingers, mobilize the wrists. Since we put so much weight onto our hands whenever we come into your yoga practice, especially when we focus on upper body strength. Move them to the other side. And then release. Open and close your fingers, please. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Then roll the shoulders up and back. Give your shoulders a bit of mobilization there. You can start with small circles first and then going bigger as you become familiar and much more confident with the movement. Reverse them. So starting from the back, and up and forward. Last one. Good. Okay, let's all face the right side of your mat. Come into your all fours, please. So all fours, tabletop, hands under shoulders, hands shoulder width apart, knees under hips. Try to tuck your toes under, please, just for a much more supported tabletop pose. As you breathe in, push your hands down, belly drops, move your chest forward, lengthen the throat, gaze up to the ceiling or your nose. As you exhale, tuck your chin to your chest, suck the navel in, Continue pushing with your hands around the spine, as if the back wants to touch the ceiling there. Inhale. Exhale. Breathing in, so finding length here. As you breathe out, try to close the gap by sucking the navel in. Last two. One more. Exhale. Welcome back to neutral spine. And just move your body forward and back. So we just want to make sure that the body feels energized at this point. You can move side to side, like forming a letter V there. You lean onto the side, and then you come back to the center as you bring your hips to touch the heels. And maybe, just maybe, you can circle around, connecting the dots there. And reverse them out. Last one. Good. Come back to your tabletop, but at this point, spread the knees wider than your hips. Release your toes. Bring your toes together. Push your palms to your heels. Make them touch each other. Walk your hands forward. If you can fully stretch your arms there, good. If this is too much for the shoulders, you can ease up a bit by bringing your elbows down. Forehead reaches down. You can open the palms. Relax the fingers, please, if you want to. Take 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Let's come back up to your tabletop. Make some adjustments there. Tuck the toes at this point. We start first with your right leg. So that is the leg farthest from the screen. Stretch your right leg out to the back. Toes down, please, okay? So left knee remains bent. Your right leg is stretched. Move forward and back, just like what you did when you were on your knees earlier. So notice where you feel the stretch, especially when you move back. Push back as far as you can. So notice here that you're fully feeling that, supposedly, in your hamstrings, in your calves as well. As if your right heel wants to touch the floor behind it. And then your shoulders are way behind your wrists there, okay? For 3, for 2, for 1. Move your body forward. Lift the right leg. Cross the right leg over to the left. So you're fully stretching your right leg still. Maybe gaze over the left shoulder. Looking over there. Looking at your your right heel. The one that is extended. For 3, for 2, for 1. Release now your right knee behind your left. So you're crisscrossing both legs. Release your toes. Maybe adjust the hands. Inhale there. As you exhale, just push back. So if you need to lift so that you can bring your hips down, please do that. Inhale. Bring your left knee down once again onto your mats. Lean forward. Then as you lean back, push your hips back. Last 2. Breathing in. And then breathing out. Breathing in. And then breathing out. Walk the hands back if you need to so that you can sit back down there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Walk the hands forward. Uncross the legs. Come back to the center. Reset. Move The shoulders side to side maybe. Come back to your breath. Switch sides. It's now the left leg. That we just back, toes down. And again, forward and back, forward and back. Maybe you can modify the hands so that the fingers are pointing back. Just a change of pace there. And then move back. Try to drive your left heel down. Shoulders behind your wrists. If you want to go more or further, you can walk your hands a bit more forward there. It becomes a deeper stretch actually. If you want to lessen it, you have the option to do so, okay? Now slowly, come back to the center, release the hands, readjust. Bring now your left leg over to the other side, so you're crisscrossing there, okay? Inhale, then as you exhale, twist, gaze over to the right. Look at your left heel there. Just for 3, for 2, for 1. Release your left knee behind. Make some adjustments if you need to. Release your toes diagonally. Walk both hands to the left so that as you exhale, you can move back as easily as you can. You get to lift the right knee off the mat. That is okay. Lean forward once again. Exhale. 2 more. In. Exhale. 1 last. Hold it here. For 3, for 2, for 1. Release. Adjust. Come back to the mats. Inside your mats, that is. Reset. Release your toes. Push back to your child's pose, please. Reach your arms to the back. Maybe grab your heels there. Or maybe bring your hands on top of your lower back. Give yourself some rest. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Come up to seated shape. Vajrasana. So you're pressing onto the tops of your feet. Now if this is too much for your feet, you can stay high. Curl your toes under, please, okay? Reach our arms forward and up. Palms press away once again. Then as you exhale, release both hands behind. You can come onto your fingertips. So you anchor your fingers there. You press your fingers there, open your chest. So as you inhale, drive your knees down, lift your hips please. Chest moves up, maybe gaze up to the ceiling as well, or you can drop your head back. Chin to chest, hips lower back to your heels, look forward. Let's do it again. Breathing in, breathing out. So focus on the quads, working, lifting, not so much on the belly, guys. Last 2. So engage those quads. Push with your fingers. Release. Last 1. Inhale. And then exhale. Good job, guys. Walk your hands forward. So as you come forward, maybe adjust the knees. Lean forward. Release your belly down. Release your toes as well. Okay, walk your hands outside of the mat so that we just create space here. I have limited space. So your hands are in front of your shoulders. Come onto your fingertips. As you breathe in, lift the chest. You don't have to fully stretch your arms at this point. You can bend the elbows to make it easier, okay? You just want to gaze across, your chest lifts away from the mats. Then as you exhale, chest lowers down. And again, inhale. So notice, as you come up, you roll the shoulders up and back so that you drop the shoulders down. You move your chest forward. Exhale. One more. In. Maybe try really push with your fingers there. So it's a deeper spinal extension at this point. But if it's too much for the lower back, maybe take it easier, okay? Remember, less is more. Release. Bring your head down. Shimmy the hips side to side. Find that release there. Come back to the sunder. Hands by your rib cage. Push your hips to your heels. Child's pose for 3, for 2, for 1. Come up to your all fours once again. Stand on your knees. I have the benefit of a wall here. So if you have that as well, you can use your hand or the wall as an anchor. Step your right foot all the way to the front. Otherwise, if you don't have that, you can use your left hand and step your right foot to the front, okay? So make some adjustments. You want your left knee to be pressing against the mat. It's under your hips, or maybe just a little bit way past your hips there. Front knee's bent. It tracks over your ankle, okay? Now, if this is too much for the knee, you can cushion the knee by putting a pillow or maybe a towel there, just to make it easier for you, okay? Once you're there, square the hips so you're facing across the room. Right hand, right knee. Or maybe bring both hands onto your hips. Do some poses there first. Feel that in your left quad. You'll feel it actually in your hip flexors. For 3, for 2, for 1. Try to go deeper if you can. So you're sinking the hips low. No tension though in the left kneecap there. You're extending the spine just a little bit. Lower both hands down. So you're framing the foot in between. Inhale. As you exhale, stretch your front leg. If you need to walk your right heel a bit more forward, please do that. Try to flex the foot. So you want your toes to be pointing towards your shin bones. So we want our hips to stay lifted here. It is above your left knee, okay? You're not sitting down. Let's come back to your lunge. Bend the right knee once again. Hands to your hips one more time. Hands down. In. Exhale. Last one. Inhale, please. Exhale. Stretch front leg. Usually I move the hip side to side. Trying to find my own rhythm there, okay? Then once I found it, I stay still. Alright, from here, point the toes. Please pivot the foot so that the foot points to the left side. Walk both hands all the way to the left. So I'm going to face the screen. The back foot adjusts, bring it behind the left knee. So we're now in the diagonal stance here. For a bit of a lateral stretch, your right knee is in line with the left, okay? You're pressing your toes down there so you feel much more supported. Bring both hands onto your hips. Alright? Stretch our arms forward and up. Then as you exhale, side bend, release your right hand down. C-shape that spine. So notice if the outer blade of the foot lifts, you want to press it back down so you feel much more supported there. Come back to the center. Lift once again. Exhale. Side stretch. Maybe go deeper. Climb your right hand down just a little bit more if that is accessible. Up. Exhale. For 3, for 2, for 1. All the way up. Release now both hands down in front of you. Release your toes as well. Then as you exhale, push your hips back. Think of it as child's pose, but you're fully stretching the other leg. So again, you're not lifting. You're pressing the foot down. You'll feel that in your adductors. For 3, for 2, for 1. Come back to the center, lift your hips please, tuck your toes, continue walking all the way to the left side. So we're now facing the other side of the mat. Make some adjustments there please. Right knee moves forward and down. Release your toes, push back to your child's pose. Take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. Inhale, exhale. Breathing in, and then breathing out. Walk your hands back. Come back to your tabletop, reset. Stand on your knees once again. And again, I have the wall. I step my left foot now to the front. Adjust the back foot if you need to. Once you're set, hands to your hips. Maybe some pulses first. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Sink a bit lower. So you want your chest not to be leaning forward, please. Okay? Release both hands down, framing the foot. Inhale. As you exhale, stretch front leg, adjust the heel if you need to. Two more times. We lunge. We release. We inhale. We exhale. One more. Go down. Find space. Find your release. And again, move if you need to. Last breath here. Now point your toes down. Point it to the right. Okay, walk your hands. So we retrace our steps. We're facing the screen once again. We're doing it now on the other side. Adjust the back foot. Okay, so if you need to also modify, go wider if you have to. Please do that as well. Okay, once you're there, stand on your right knee, arms reach up. As you exhale, side bend, other side. Come up, come back down. Inhale, find that stretch. Exhale, find that C shape. Last one, in. As you exhale, go deeper into that stretch. Reach for the ankle. Make sure to breathe in and out. And then we release. Both hands down. Release your toes as well. Exhale. Fold here. Allow yourselves to recover a bit. Remember, you're stretching the inner seam of your thighs. The extended leg is still active. Come forward. Retrace the steps. We're back here. Child's pose. Come forward. Lean. Release everything down. Onto your mats again. You're in your prone pose. Walk the hands forward. Inhale. Maybe you can try going to your full cobra there. 2 more cycles. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Exhale. Hands to your rib cage. Child's pose. And let's come up to your downward facing dog, your first down dog for tonight's practice. Think of it as inverted letter V. Your hips are high. You bring the heels down if you can. If it's not happening, that's okay. You can bend the knees here, just like what I'm doing. You want to push with your hands. You want to bring your chest to your thighs so that you get to lift those hips. Down dog. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Look forward. Slowly walk your feet all the way to the front of the mat. Okay, feet or hips width apart. Bring your hands to your shin bones, please. Reach your chest forward. Now as you exhale, try to soften the knees so that you can reach your hands down as well. Forward fold. 1 more time. Breathing in. And then breathing out. Inhale. And then exhale. Grab your opposite elbows. Move side to side. Back to the center, please. Bend the knees a lot at this point so that when you come up, you feel much more stable. It's much safer coming up. Okay? Let's all face the screen, please. Come to the center of the mats here. Now step your feet all the way out to the sides. So try to go wide. Depends on how long your limbs are. Some will have to go closer because their legs are too long. If your legs are too short, sometimes it's easier to go wider, okay? But normally when you measure, as you stretch your arms out to the side, okay, the creases of your wrists should be in line with your ankles there, okay? So measure, it's like your Renaissance man, all right? Bring both hands to your hips. Inhale. As you exhale, move your chest forward, please. Chest parallel to the floor or the mat. Inhale. Come back up. So you want to use the strength of your legs to feel stable there. Lean forward. Come up. Last 2. Inhale. So engage those quads. Notice I'm contracting my quads here. I'm lifting my knees, my kneecaps, so that I don't fall forward. Okay, 1 more. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your left hand down, right hand stays. Okay, pressing onto your hips. So you want your left hand to be under your face. We make some adjustments there. Inhale, lean forward. As you breathe out, twist facing the right side. Maybe gaze up to the sky. Maybe your right arm can reach high as well. So both feet are still pressed down. You're twisting from the waist up. Your right arm reaches high for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Right hand down. Let's take it easy first. Bend the knees. Release those hamstrings. Stretch them again. We bend. We stretch. Last one. We bend. And then we stretch. So reset. Bring your left hand now onto your hip. Readjust the right hand under. So one straight arm, please. So before we even twist, notice if you're leaning back, you actually want to move forward, okay? So create space as you breathe in. Now as you breathe out, twist, facing the left side at this point. So your chest faces the left side of the room. Okay, your right shoulder stacks below your left. Gaze up to the sky if you can. Follow the gaze. Left arm reaches high. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Good job, everybody. Release both hands now. Let's release your hamstrings once again. Bend the knees. Stretch. And stretch. Last one. Okay, move your hips, your knees side to side. So we're using our hands to stabilize our movements. So we lean to the side, right side that is. So you're bending the right knee. You walk your hands close to your right foot. You get to stretch the other leg, okay? Some of us will have to stay here. If this is our maximum hip opener for tonight, then that's good. That's okay. For those of you who can go further, maybe you can move your hips down. You get to lower the left leg. You get to flex the foot, okay? Stay. Hands can be grounded if you feel much more stable here. For those of you who can go further, maybe stretch your arms forward. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down, anchor, push. And then walk all the way to the other side, left side, bend the left knee. Normally I would pivot the foot so that as I bend the knee tracks over my ankle. I point my knee where my toes are pointing at as well, okay? Again, stay low or stay high rather, or if you can, only if you can, guys, okay? No pressure though. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From there, release your hips down. Take your time. Release your left leg all the way to the front. So we're facing the right side. We're now down onto your mats. Fully stretch your legs forward. Maybe play with your feet there, pointing the toes one at a time. Or maybe moving the feet around the ankles and then reverse them up. Okay? So your legs should remain active. It should not be collapsing at all, even if you were seated down there. Grab your toes with your peace fingers. Your first 3 fingers are your peace fingers. Try to bend your elbows because as you stretch your arms, normally we go here. That is not our goal. The goal is to move the chest. If there is a goal, at least you want to bring your chest forward, so you got to focus more on lengthening the spine. Now, if this is too much for us, we have tight hips, tight backs, then maybe shorten the stance instead. Bend the knees so that your chest can drape over your thighs. You're still forward folding here, but you focus more on lengthening the spine instead of forcing your way down there, but you're compensating, okay? So choose what works for you. Inhale, chest lifts, exhale, release, okay? We bend the right knee, that is the knee farther or farthest from the screen. Cross your right leg over your right foot, left knee rather, over the other side, lean to the left, bend the left knee. So if I'm facing you, right leg, cross it to the other side, lean to the left, bend the other knee, come back to a seated shape. So normally your right sit bone will lift, that is okay, you're pressing onto your left. Okay, sit tall, wrap your left arm around the right knee. You can hold on to your left wrist there. So we're twisting right side. So you want your knee to be pointing to the ceiling. You want to hug your knee closer to your chest. Squeeze the abs tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Open twist. Face the left side. So this one feels much easier. You have less constriction here. You have more space to breathe in and out. I'll come back to the center. We first release the bottom leg, lean to the left. We come back to the center. We uncross the right foot. We stretch the right leg. Switch legs. Other side. Lean. Bend. Come back to the center. Wrap. Hug. Hold. Breathe in. Twist away. Inhale. Exhale. Other side. Back to the center, and again, release the bottom leg first. So since we're here, or if you're not here, come sit in the middle of your mat, facing the screen. We'll just do one leg, one seated, wide-legged forward fold. So maximize the length of your mats. So this can be difficult for some, even me. Sometimes if my hips are not feeling that good or that open. So you want to flesh your bums out. Sometimes we need support. If you cannot sit down properly, you can cushion your hips. So bring your hips higher than your knees. Okay? So remember, your legs should remain active. Toes are pointing up to the sky. So try to find some space there so that you can move your chest forward. So you're not rounding back. Think of it as spinal extension. Alright? Elbows down, elbows left. Elbows down, elbows left. Last two. Lower down, up, lower down, and up. Last one. Stay here. So if you notice that you are rounding the spine, maybe instead of fully stretching the legs, soften the knees just a little bit, then come forward. Okay? So this is your option if that is where you are. Otherwise, stay. You want to slowly wind down the breath. We're winding down the practice anyway. Slowly from there, lift your chest, walk the hands back, take it easy. Now support your legs there by bringing your hands under your knees, maybe one knee at a time. We bend them. We shorten the stance. Okay, we move the hips forward if you have to. Anchor yourselves by pressing your hands there, almost behind your sit bones, so you don't want to collapse. You want to anchor your hands, press your hands down, so you have that lift with the chest. Inhale. As you exhale, drop both knees down to the floor, right side, windshield wiper pose. Come back to the center, inhale. Exhale. Twist. Inhale again. As you exhale, go down. Maybe stay here, or maybe right foot lands on top of the left. So press your foot down there. Try to bring your right knee down to the floor. Twist away, gaze over to the left. For 3, for 2, for 1. Release the foot. Inhale. Exhale. Stay or go for it. We release. Now swing both legs all the way to the right. You're still bending the knees. Hook your arms under. Grab your opposite elbows, please. And just like somebody who wants to rest here, try to curl up. Try to hug your knees close to your chest. And around the spine. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Slowly release. Release the bind. Scoot your hips forward. Hug your knees as you go down. Make sure that you're still inside the mat. Maybe move your hips side to side. Massaging the back along the way. Lower the feet down. Feet wider than your hips. But just try to bring both knees together. Think of it as a teepee. Your knees are pointing up, going forward, or rather going up, and then getting closer to each other or very close to each other. Your feet are anchored down there, wider. Arms by your sides, and maybe you can bring both hands onto your belly so that as you inhale, you feel it lift, and as you exhale, you feel it go down. So we're staying here first so that we can neutralize the spine, especially if your back felt something earlier. You want to make sure that the back remains relaxed, it's able to recover using a safe zone. Close your eyes at this point. You want to relax the breath as well. So if you have a towel with you, you can place it over your eyes so that you don't get distracted with the light. You can stay here longer, allowing yourselves to really come into the shape. Otherwise, if you want to come into the full expression of your Shavasana, you can stretch one leg at a time. Just let your feet fall down to the sides. Really release the hands down, palms facing up. So once you open the palms, you get to relax the shoulders down there. You feel much more open. So stay. I'll come back to you once we're done with the practice, okay? I won't join you anymore in your Shavasana, okay? I might doze off. ever so gently, come back to the spaces around you. Gently mobilize your bodies, maybe starting off with your fingers, with your toes. Take some gentle movements there first. Try to feel alive once again. Whenever you're ready, bring the legs together. Then point your toes forward. Then stretch your arms over your head. Give your bodies a full body stretch. It's like waking up in the morning. As you exhale, gather your knees back to your chest. Maybe wrap your arms around your knees, curl up like a ball there. Massage again the backs if that feels good. Then come down to your fetal shape or fetal pose, knees down to the floor, right side preferably. So use your bottom arm as a pillow. Stay there for a breath or two. And using the other hand, push the floor away so that they can come up to a seated shape facing the screen so that we get to finish the practice all together. Now once you're there, bring your hands wherever they feel comfortable for you. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Maybe open the mouth. And again, in. Exhale. Last one. In. Exhale. Stay there, or maybe bring your hands to your heart space. Still with the eyes closed. Thank you for allowing me to hold space for your practice tonight. Thank you for gracing me with your time, your presence, and your energy. So as we leave the room tonight, allow me to leave you with this mantra. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. If you can, please bring with you peace, peace, and peace. Namaste, everybody. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Hope to see you guys again. Same time, same place. Bye-bye. Thank you.